All right. What's up, guys? Sergio here. It's been a minute. I haven't been filming as much as I wanted to. I had to plan to film a lot more during prep, and just things got away from me. So here I'm filming 7 weeks out from my second competition. I already did one competition. Placed fourth, not as good as I wanted to place, but I learned a lot. So it's been nice to step back on stage since I think 2 or 3 years ago. I think the last time I competed was 2023. It's now 2026. So back in the rhythm of things. Uh, and yeah, feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Uh, well, I should say feeling pretty good from the standpoint overall of how my prep has been going. Physically not feeling very well just because, we get this deep in the contest prep, it gets kind of rough. But yeah, it's been good. So I just figured I'd just hop on here, give a little bit of an update, and just trying to push myself to post more content and be more regular on here. So that's why I'm here chatting. So yeah, just a couple of things that I've learned, a couple of things I'm doing differently. So this prep, like if you've seen my little short video I did previously, uh, I'm taking about 1,500 calories, which is kind of shocking to myself because I didn't even really track. I just kind of got just started eating a certain way that felt like it was going to allow me to lose weight, and I just stuck with that. And I decided to actually log into MyFitnessPal a couple weeks before stepping on stage the first time and realized it was 1,500 calories. So yeah, that's pretty low, but it's been working. I've been dropping weight. I started at about 168 in February 1st, and then around the first show before the carb up, I think I was about 154 pounds or so. So pretty much close to my lowest weight, the weight I was at when I competed a few years ago. So like I said, outcome wasn't the best, wasn't what I wanted. I got fourth, so I wasn't too happy with that. But that was only after 17 weeks of dieting, getting down to 154, so not too bad. So I got another 7 weeks, so we'll be right at around week 24, 25, which is how long my last prep was. The plan is to get the leanest I've ever been. So my first competition, I was 148.8 pounds around there, and my posing was atrocious, but I was super shredded. If I can find photos of that, I might throw those up there. But I was super shredded. My posing was just terrible. So the plan now is to get back to around there. Get hopefully I'll be carrying a little bit more muscle, even if it's a pound. I mean that makes a huge difference. But I'm gonna try to dip back below 150. So I'm feeling it right now. I weighed in this morning. I think I was like 151.4, with about seven weeks left to go, or 6 weeks before peak week. So yeah, so if I can lose like another 3 pounds in the next 6 weeks, yeah, I think I'm gonna be looking pretty crazy. One of the feedback things from the judges, probably the biggest thing was just conditioning, being more conditioned, which means you got to get leaner. Uh, in the sport of natural bodybuilding, even though they do look at your size, your symmetry, and your overall conditioning, I think that they do favor a little bit more of the conditioning aspect, just because we're not going to be as big as people who are on steroids and things like that. So they tend to reward conditioning. But if I can, bring in my conditioning, I think I have pretty good symmetry, pretty good muscularity. Even though I'll be on the smaller side, I think that I definitely can put forth a pretty good physique that is really going to stand out. So that's pretty much the goal for me. Um, and yeah, like I said, I've been able to lose this weight. It's come off pretty easy. I haven't really done any additional cardio up to this point. I'm just now getting to the point where I might, try to get a few more steps in. But I've only done 2 cardio sessions. So one being like on the assault bike, the fan bike, just burning 100 calories on that. So it took me about 15 minutes to do that in the beginning of prep. Now getting towards the end of prep, now that I have less energy, it's taking me about 20 minutes to complete that same 100 calorie mark. So yeah, it's still just the assault bike cardio session, and then it was the elliptical, just really leisurely, 15 minutes, but trying to burn like 150 calories according to the measurement on the machine. So just right now, just to get these last few pounds off, I think I'm going to add maybe another cardio session or increase the cardio session and do, maybe somewhere between 20 to 45 minutes of just low impact cardio, walking on the treadmill, nothing crazy. And that's just to facilitate more fat loss. I don't want to take away any more calories from my diet. I really can't afford to. I mean, 1,500 is already pretty low. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what the plan is right now, as far as going into the show, and we'll see where it leads me. But I think it's going to wind up being a pretty good result, and I think that this is also a lesson that other people can take away when it comes to weight loss. Even though you might not be trying to get down to extreme levels of body fat, I think one of the biggest things that I've learned is that you want to have as many items in your tool bag as possible. So what that means is you don't want to, like, you know, unload the clip or like drop the nukes right out the gate. Like, you want to use tools sparingly and then let your body respond to that, and then use a little bit more and then let your body respond to that. Because if you throw everything at it to begin with, then you're not going to have anything else to use when you finally start to stall out. So my philosophy and what I've learned with my body, and I think it works with other clients, is just to chip away a little bit at a time. So for example, when you're trying to lose weight, instead of doing like 1,000 calorie drop, do 300 calories. See how your body responds to that. And then once you've kind of utilized that and your body isn't, and you're not starting to lose as much weight, or you stall out, then you can be like, okay, well, let's drop the calories down a little bit, or let's add just a little bit of cardio. But you never want to throw the whole kitchen sink at it. You want to just do a little bit at a time. You want it to be measured, so you know how much you've decreased, your calories, or increased your cardio. You just want to slowly ratchet it down. I think the body responds best to that, because again, if you throw everything at it, the body will adapt, and then you'll have nowhere to go, and then you'll be stuck. So little by little, I think, is the way to go, and that's kind of how I've done it with this prep, with the exception of the calories. And that's just because from experience I know what amount of food I need to be taking in order for me to consistently drop weight in a timely fashion. But like I said, with the cardio, I have not changed my cardio. It's the same cardio I've done in the off season, same amount of time. So now I'm using just a little bit more cardio to get those last few pounds off, and I think it's going to work perfectly. So I think that's a lesson that can be used even when you're not trying to lose, get to the low levels of body fat, which is, going to be obviously a lot harder. It can still be used when you're trying to lose, 5 pounds or 10 pounds and you're at 30% body fat. It actually will probably be a lot easier in that position, because you have so much more fat to lose, so the body's not going to really want to try to hold on to, the fat. Whereas somebody in my position, I have very little fat left, so my body's really fighting me to hold on to the very, little fat that I have left. So that's just a tip that you guys can use when you're trying to lose weight, among all the many other things that are in the tool belt. You talk about refeeds and diet breaks and different food hacks to make you feel more full. So there's all kinds of things you can do. But I just wanted to encourage you guys and give you guys just a different way of looking at dieting, and how to, like I said, use your tools sparingly, only when you really need them, and not to go overboard or overkill on it. So that's all I got. I'm just kind of hanging out, chilling out. One other thing that I'm doing, getting back in the habit, is drinking a gallon of water. Believe it or not, I have not been drinking a gallon of water for some time. I just kind of got lazy. But I think that's another thing that's going to help with this competition, is to drink more water. I think that'll help me to actually flush out excess water, and it'll actually make me look a little bit tighter. So I think getting more conditioned, drinking more water, it's going to make a huge difference. So that is an update from me. Hopefully you guys found some of this advice or this philosophy of looking at weight loss helpful. And I'm going to try to post more. I'm trying to get back in the habit It's hard, being a parent and juggling that full time and then still try to diet and work and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did like it, please give it a like. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.